Thursday morning, June 12th. Thanks for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We have got a packed 2 full hours to get through this Thursday morning, so let's run down what we have brewing for you today.
All right, so coming up, we're learning more about the way your ink could score you a spicy deal tomorrow. We're going to talk about it in this morning's Trending Now.
Yeah, this is something that I am taking part in,
Okay.
100%.
Cool.
100%. Then it's strawberry fields forever. Our resident garden guru, Mark McLean, will be walking us through a U-pick season and talking all about strawberries for this week's From the Ground Up.
Yep, and then later we are raising a glass with Legacy Wine Bar as they get ready to celebrate Juneteenth and a very special anniversary. We'll tell you how to take part in this very special night.
But before all of that, we do want to get a check of some of our top stories this Thursday. Stephanie Joseph now with your morning news break.
Well, good morning there, guys. We begin with increased security now in place at Ontario Beach Park following recent outbreaks of violence. Dozens of uniformed officers will patrol the area during concerts by the shore. The heightened police presence is one of several new measures aimed at improving safety. Earlier this week, county legislators approved a $200,000 security upgrade for the park. Vendors and concert goers glad for that extra safety. As part of the security boost, stop-arm gates and security cameras will be installed in the parking lot. And as of this morning, there were no reports of any overnight issues. 2 motorcyclists are recovering after a hit and run in the city's Edgerton neighborhood. It happened just after 11 last night at the intersection of Lake Avenue and Emerson Street. Investigators say 2 motorcyclists were riding on Lake when they were hit by a driver who didn't stop at a stop sign. Police say 2 people inside the car took off on foot. The motorcyclists were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. No suspects are in custody. We're working to learn more after a single car crash in Henrietta late last night. Take a look here. It happened on East Henrietta Road near Myrtlewood Drive, where a car slammed into a construction site. No word yet on any injuries or what caused this crash. An investigation is underway, and a Monroe County Sheriff's deputy is recovering after a crash on 490. Investigators say 4 deputies were riding in a cruiser when another car swerved into their lane, forcing them to hit a third vehicle. 1 deputy was taken to the hospital for evaluation. The crash is still under investigation. In national news, demonstrators enter day 7 of nationwide protests pushing back against President Trump's immigration policies. The most watched site is Los Angeles, where thousands of National Guard troops and hundreds of U.S. Marines have been deployed. Today, a federal judge is set to hear California's request for an emergency order to block the administration from using the state's National Guard. A city police commissioner in India reports there appear to be no survivors from the crash of an Air India flight. The plane with more than 240 people on board crashed in India this morning after takeoff. Video shows smoke billowing from the crash site in an area near the airport in Ahmedabad. Passengers are reportedly from India, Great Britain, Portugal, and Canada. The Aviation Safety Network says this is the first crash of a Boeing 787 aircraft. For all these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit 13wham.com. Back to you.
All right, Steph, thank you. We'll switch gears now and get a look at our Friday Eve forecast. Kind of a mixed bag out there for the day today. Relatively calm, though. Most areas will see some sunshine, but some may see a shower or 2.
A mixed bag out there today, and looks like it's going to be a mixed bag for several days. Wondering if we can get rid of that VO sound. Terrific. Meteorologist Marty Snyder joining us now with a look at what we can expect as we head toward the weekend. Hey there, Marty.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, we're going to see temperatures actually cool down a little bit between now and then. Today, a little bit lower than what we saw yesterday. And even at this point, you can see a little bit of sunshine still trying to work in. But overall, we're seeing cloud cover increase. Right now, 64 degrees for that latest air temperature. But clouds will continue to drift in. Notice that cloud cover filling in. It's a front that'll drop from north to south across the area. And we'll just see clouds fill in during that process. Even the chances there for a shower, switch over to radar, you can see a few of those areas of rain forming and trying to fill in across Lake Ontario. And we may see that one segment back into southern Ontario hold together just enough to bring a shower through as we head through the very late morning into the middle part of the day. But I think we'll continue to see a lot of that dissipate. So likely a lot of areas just stay dry today, but that small chance is there. We'll see temperatures approach 70 at noon, probably mid-70s for highs today. And like I mentioned, we're going to see these numbers drop back a little bit over the next couple days, probably near 70 tomorrow, maybe some upper 60s for the weekend. The weekend, either one of the days. The risk is there for a shower, but not a washout at this point. 72 on Father's Day. And then temperatures rise back through the 70s, even back into the 80s, heading deeper into next week. Humidity starts to increase, so likely a much more summer-like feel as we head deeper into next week, especially with that humidity on the increase through that time frame, guys.
All right. I like the humidity.
Yeah.
I like the heat. The rain, it's good sleeping weather.
Absolutely.
You know?
It may not be all that much. I think it's just going to be hit and miss over a lot of these days. So it's a lot of days with the risk of rain, but for each of those days, that risk does stay pretty low, though.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right, let's go off the top and start with some topics that have piqued our interest this Thursday morning. I'm going to start things off today. You know how much I love stories that begin with a Florida man, X, Y, and Z. So here's one for you today. This Florida man is grounded, literally, after spending years pretending to be a flight attendant. The reason? He just wanted to travel for free. Unfortunately, now he's paying the price, and it's going to cost him a lot more than just a few $1,000 and some airplane peanuts. So this guy, his name's 35-year-old Tyron Alexander. He's been convicted by a federal jury after he hopped on more than 120 flights without buying a ticket. Here's what investigators have told everyone. Alexander abused an internal booking system that is reserved specifically for airline employees. He claimed to just be a flight attendant for 7 different airlines, even submitting fake badge numbers. With all of that information that he essentially just made up, he was able to reserve his seat for free. Not once, not twice, but more than 100 times. All of this unfolded from 2018 to 2024. In addition to all of these free flights, he also gained access to secure areas of the airports and also restricted zones meant specifically for verified crews only. He allegedly used 30 different fake employee credentials, sometimes impersonating attendants from completely different airlines. So, beyond the fraud here, and even though it is a story that you kind of have to chuckle at, this is exposing some significant holes in airport security around the nation and possibly even the country. Authorities are working on the investigation and are putting it in an interesting way. They're saying he didn't just take advantage of a glitch in the system, but rather walked right through it over and over and over again. Alexander faces up to 30 years in federal prison. He's expected to be sentenced in August. Can you even imagine that?
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like the first part of To Catch Me If You Can.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought too.
I mean, it's so ridiculous that it was possible, and so ridiculous that he made it through so easily.
Yeah.
You know? It's pretty brazen to do.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like at some point, we were discussing this earlier, I feel like he had to have gotten on some of those flights and pretended to be a flight attendant and actually do some of those duties, because out of 100 flights, at least one of them is going to be sold out, and he's not just going to be able to walk up and sit in the jump seat.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to have to hand out peanuts at some point
or do the
demonstration.
Exits and
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
I want to know. I would like to know what airlines and what flight numbers.
You think maybe you've had him?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Thousands of people have if he's been on 100 flights.
Yeah, this is true. It's very true. It, like I said in there, it kind of makes you question everything a little bit, right? Like, where did he get these numbers from? Did he just make it up? I don't know.
I don't know.
A little peculiar.
It is. But I mean, the sentence it fits the crime.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that.
You can't do that. That's,
One, it's illegal, and two, it also, shame on the airline industries for allowing it to be that easy, or that doesn't seem like he used a lot of skill to make this work.
Through the cracks.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? All right, let's move along down to my topic. And, well, I'm prepared for this. I might take some heat, but I don't really care. I want to talk about the celebrity cash grab. It's finally out of control, and I am over it. The latest offender, Smartless Mobile. Smartless Mobile, yes, the podcast with Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes. They've apparently pivoted from punchlines to prepaid phone plans because when I need a cost-saving tip, I always go to three guys who earn more in residuals than most Americans do in 5 years of hard work. Three men who haven't budgeted for groceries since the 90s. Three men who probably think a phone bill is something their assistant handles. This isn't innovation. It isn't funny. It's a blatant money grab. And here's the thing. It's not just Smartless. It's everyone. These people aren't artists anymore. They're walking billboards with SAG cards, slapping their names on any product that's not nailed down and cashing the check even before the ink dries. And look, full disclosure, I made the mistake once. I signed up for Mint Mobile because Ryan Reynolds told me to, and sure, the ads were clever. But that was before I realized I wasn't a fan. I was a funnel. And my loyalty, it just meant I was easier to monetize. Now it's Smartless Mobile. Next, it'll be DiGiorno by DiCaprio, or Wi-Fi cleanses with Gwyneth Paltrow, or cryptocurrency by insert celebrity name here. Because at this point, does it even matter? No, it's relentless. The Rock has tequila. Brad Pitt has moisturizer. Selena Gomez has My Oreos now. Snoop Dogg, he's got wine, weed, cookware. And Kim Kardashian, she's got shapewear, skincare. And soon she's going to be arguing your traffic tickets in a pop-up courtroom behind a Skims storefront. These are not passion projects. They are focus group tested, investor-backed, mass-marketed money machines. And we are the target demo. They don't want connection. They want conversion. They don't want to relate, they want to extract. And they do it under the guise of authenticity. Hair tousled just right, holding a product they don't remember the name of, filmed in a kitchen they've never cooked in. It's morally bankrupt. It absolutely is. And it's insulting. And here's the real kicker. They didn't make a thing. They didn't design the phone plan. They didn't bake the cookies, press the grapes, sew the clothes, or code the app. They just agreed to sell it. So sure, tell me once more how much this means the world to you and how your great-grandfather handcrafted that oat milk while escaping persecution and how your crypto launch was a soul-searching experience that brought you back to your roots. Spare me the sob story and soft lighting. This isn't personal, it's predatory. It's not passion, it's profit. And I'm done being the sucker at the end of the cell. The grift is up, and I have officially clicked unsubscribe. Thank you. I'm impassioned about this because it really infuriates me. Really infuriates me.
Yeah.
We're not fans. We're dollar signs.
We don't have to buy it.
No, and I'm not going to anymore.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Not going to.
When I agreed for you to talk about this topic, I wanted you to talk about the story and not your gripes, you know?
Well,
That went a little off the rails.
Did you say that? Did you explicitly say?
No.
I mean,
she didn't.
Well, Ashley.
In not so many words. Sorry, Ashley.
Maybe that's one for the survey next week.
Maybe it is. Maybe
someone in
it
the
is.
survey.
Stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking in with Chris Lopez, who is on a real adventure this morning.
Yeah, don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We are back after this.
The Lewis B. Mayer Conservation Center has more than 26 million feet of film in its possession.
It's a lot of film. It's where the George Eastman Museum stores a lot of its collection of historic film. Chris Lopez is there getting a look at the care of these iconic films. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys? So we've been showing you guys what the film looks like when it's here on the table, nice, clean, ready to go. But we really haven't shown you guys how they've preserved it. We've even lit films on fire, but now we're going to go into the vault where they keep the films, where they house the films. I'm here with Deborah Stoiber. She's been my tour guide for the morning. Come on, back here,
Absolutely.
right? Climate controlled. I want to talk about that because right as we walked in here, the temperature significantly dropped to what?
We're at 55 degrees in this particular area, and we're going to go into 40 degrees.
Okay. And then what about the climate control? Because from what I understand, you guys keep a certain humidity in here as well?
We do. We keep it at 30% relative humidity to keep the films cool and dry so that we don't have a lot of humidity going through and causing mold damage on our film, which is a real deterrent on the films.
And you're in charge of how many vaults total that are in here?
15 vaults is
15
currently
vaults.
what we have, and we have about 25,000 reels, and we do have room for more nitrate, and things come in all the time. We get donations almost every month.
Let's check out one of these vaults. I saw this before we came in here.
Absolutely.
Look at this. Okay. Let's go in here. Deborah, I'll let you come in with me. Here we go. How many total? You said roughly 2,500 total vaults in here.
Actually, in
Or
here we
film.
have 2,200 reels of film in here.
Okay.
And each one is stored the same way. There is just in a metal container with a label. This is from 1935. It is the film Silent Valley.
And you don't need any gloves?
No,
At
not
all?
at this
Okay.
point. So at this point, everything is great. So we see it is stored on a 3-inch plastic core. There's no paper clips, rubber bands, newspapers, love letters, nothing is stored with the film. It is just stored inert in a single can, 2 cans per shelf, so that we can store and have everything organized in a way so that we can find our films very quickly and be able to organize it for preservation, research, and access.
What kind of training goes into preserving films like this? Because not any Joe Schmo can do this. You guys actually have a school that teaches film preservation. You've been doing this for how long?
I've been doing this for 26 years.
26 years.
And we do have a school called the L. Jeffrey Selznick School of Film Preservation, and that's here at the George Eastman Museum. We've had students from over 30 countries come to Rochester to study how to handle nitrate film, as well as how to handle our digital aspects, our grant writing aspects, learning about things like Technicolor, learning about things like copyright. We teach all of that in a very intense 10-month program here in Rochester.
Can you show me, uno mas, one more film though?
Absolutely. This is a film called The Good Earth, if you know the film, from 1937. And this is another one that you can see is on a 3-inch core. Different color going on through this particular film. But again, it is stored in perfectly good condition when we have it at 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% relative humidity.
Okay, never changes since you've been here.
Never changed.
That's the temp there?
That is the standard, and at this we can keep films for 500 years.
Okay, let's head back out. How many other places are like this?
There's the Museum of Modern Art and the Library of Congress here on the East Coast of the United States. On the West Coast, there's UCLA Film and Television Archive and the Academy Film Archive.
And then coming up next, we're going to be delving into this collection here. I see The Wizard of Oz. Is that an original?
That's the original.
That is the original. So we're going to be talking about that and the other films that they have here. Like I said, you may think of movies, you may just think of films, the movies like The Wizard of Oz, but they have newsreels here. I believe you guys also have like Alfred Hitchcock's screen tests as well.
We have a screen
here.
test. We have his personal copies of David O. Selznick's film, including the film of Rebecca.
Okay, so a lot of history here. Where can someone check out a little bit more about this place? I know tours are not allowed here.
No, tours aren't allowed here, but you can find us on our website at eastman.org, and you can find Search the Collections. It's a bright blue button on our open page. You can see what we have actually stored out here through the website.
And then we're going to have information about that information on foxrochester.com. I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio for now.
Pretty lucky to get that behind-the-scenes look.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we are so fortunate to have that right in our community.
We really are. We really are. I think it's our goal that we're archived in there at some point.
Hey, there we go.
They'll burn us.
The archive.
Yeah, yes. Hey, don't go anywhere, because coming up next, it's this morning's weather trivia.
We're back after this. Welcome back. It is time for weather trivia. Mark is here giving us a look at today's cooler temperatures. Still nice, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, we can't complain that much.
It's been pretty mild lately. I mean, yesterday got up to 80, so that's a little bit above the norm for this time of the year. And weather trivia kind of centering on the idea of warmer than normal temperatures, right? Check out the trivia, and this is going back to last year. It was a warm year. We actually had a very warm year last year for Rochester standards. Okay, so there's 4 choices up here. What was the average temperature? Was it 52.6, 38.9, 60.1, or 48.2? So what is, if you went through an entire, just think about this for a second. You get to January, and the average temperature's in the 20s, right? Maybe upper teens, low 20s, somewhere in that range. You get to July, and the average temperature is maybe around 70. That gives you a rough hint, or low 70s.
This is so depressing.
So that's like a range. That'll just give you, I hate to just throw numbers up on the screen without context, but it was warm.
Upper 20s and low 70s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give you a rough idea.
Wait, is that 60.1 or 68.1?
60.1.
60.1.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll have that answer coming up at 9 o'clock on ARC Rochester here, and also the guess. You can take a guess on Facebook. Also, if you go on Facebook, put your answer there. But
sounds good.
But the old sneeze cast. Anybody have the allergies hitting?
Yeah.
It's the grass. It's the
Abby
grass
does just a little.
It's not as bad today as it's been for the past week.
Getting better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. This is Dr. Hartel's office. He gives us an update, or the staff does every day. It's walnut, the sheep sorrel, that's contributing to that. Also, the tree pollen goes down this time of the year, but the grass pollen goes up. And eventually, we're going to be trading the grass pollen for the weeds. That comes in during the summer. We get to hay fever season, I call it, but it's the what's the ragweed is the big one, right? When we get to that time of the year. But a little hazy sunshine out there now, 64 degrees. It's a west-northwest breeze at 8 miles per hour. The dew point is back in the 40s, and we still have a little smoke in the air. It's still a little hazy there from some of the wildfire smoke. We still haven't kicked that out of the forecast. But temperatures today in the low to mid 60s, 66 in York, 65 South Bristol, 69 in Dansville. And you can see on the satellite radar that there is the smallest chance of a shower just to the northwest of Rochester. There's actually a series of weak cold fronts that are coming through. One's already through. The next one is back to our northwest, and that's going to give us just the smallest chance of a brief sprinkle this morning. If you don't catch that, the rest of the forecast is dry and sunny into the afternoon, and overnight tonight we'll see clouds on the increase. Friday, much like the weekend forecast, you see just a couple of little green dots passing on by, just the isolated chance of a shower there. Forecast into the weekend, a lot of this rain that you see is going to stay to the south of Rochester, and the weekend forecast for us looks relatively cool. We're in the 60s on Saturday. That should say a little cool, not and a little cool, by the way. West wind 7 to 15.
No,
Sunday,
it's like you're and a little cool.
And a little
not
cool.
a washout and a little
Maybe
cool.
I could put the D and a little cool. Isolated shower, not a washout for Dad on Sunday. Northeast breeze going to keep us on the cool side of things. And our planner today, we'll see numbers move back through the 60s into the mid 70s by 4 o'clock this afternoon. That is mild for this time of the year. And our 7-day forecast has numbers going backwards for a few days, and then we'll start to go back up next week. It's a forecast that shows an isolated chance of a shower. We get into what we call the chance for air mass showers or air mass thunderstorms next week, and that's the Florida style of showers and thunder. So you get this really high sun angle this time of the year. You've got a lot of energy coming in from the sun, and that gives us a chance for pop-up or passing showers and thunder next week. But it's not going to be a washout. That's the good news.
That is good news.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like it.
Yep.
I'm okay with this. Reason being because we are just now 7 days,
A week.
15
Just a week.
hours, 31 minutes, and 54 seconds away from summer.
Just a week.
Just a week.
We're going to be talking about strawberries today, too, coming up at 9:30. Speaking of summer, right? You picked strawberries. That was fun.
Yeah, you
was a
got
lot
to
of
go
fun.
out and get your hands dirty?
Get in the sunshine.
Did you bring us any strawberries?
Did I?
Oh, really?
Did I ever?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I know it'll be good.
Strawberries are one of my favorites.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were they good?
They were delicious.
Were they?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And
I like the whole U-Pick thing. I brought my niece and nephew out to a U-Pick here once, and they could not have been more unenthusiastic about
Really?
the whole process.
That's a
They
family
wanted
experience.
nothing to do with it. They
Really?
wanted the berries picked for them. And they wanted to sit inside in the air conditioning, just
The hot
bring me
day.
the berries and now the ice cream and the chocolate-covered graham crackers. And I was like, okay, this is boring at this point.
How old were they?
Old enough to want to go pick berries?
Wow.
That's wild.
You know,
Take us next time. Next
I
time you
should.
want to go.
I will. I
Yeah.
will.
one of the best parts about the U-Pick, you can
Oh, yeah, you
sample.
You
Yeah.
eat as you go.
You sample.
Yeah.
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 Cool with
Just
it.
quality control.
Absolutely. You have to test them before you buy them.
Yep.
It's true.
All right, McLean,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Time right now is 8:30. We have much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break. Good Thursday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on Arc Rochester. 8:31. It's time to take a look at some of the stories that have people talking for this morning's Trending Now.
All right, we'll start out with a story for all the tattoo lovers out there. Tomorrow, Chipotle is offering a very special deal.
Yeah, the restaurant is celebrating with fans in a first ever collection of temporary tattoo designs.
All right, so this is launching tomorrow for Friday the 13th, and all drawings that are inspired from popular memes about people online being tatted like a Chipotle bag.
Yeah, so some of the designs include some of their iconic ingredients, their coveted black fork water cup, and the slogan, Chipotle is my life.
Okay, so unfortunately, only 13 restaurants across the country will be offering the tattoos. However, all national Chipotle restaurants are offering a special BOGO offer from 3 to 4 tomorrow.
Now, there is a catch. You have to come into the store to order, and you have to show off either a permanent tattoo, a temporary tattoo, or even something drawn on yourself. Or you could probably wear one of those shirts that looks like you have a sleeve.
Oh, sure.
They just want you to be tatted like their bag. But it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a fork tattoo
Okay.
for it to work. You just have to show tattoos
Okay.
or faux tattoos.
Truthfully, I've never heard of anybody saying that they're tatted like a Chipotle bag. I didn't know
I
that
guess
that
it was a meme going around for a short period of time.
Okay.
I've never heard of it either.
I mean, I guess my husband is, right? He's got
Yeah.
a lot of tattoos.
Tell him to go in there and get the deal.
Honey, if you're watching.
4 to 5 tomorrow.
No, 3 to 4.
3 to 4. And apparently, though, it's at each individual store's discretion.
Oh.
I can't imagine though they're gonna.
I did not see that.
I saw it in
their press release.
the rules and regulations. It was in there. So I don't know what, like, if some stores are gonna say, "Oh no, I don't like that one." I can't imagine they would.
Like, we don't like your tattoo?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. You could go in there and show your SpongeBob tattoos often.
Also,
Me? I don't have any.
The tattoo has to be in an appropriate place.
An appropriate place. Okay, so you can't show yours off. I'm sorry.
All right, let's move on. Apparently, we have been eating bananas wrong the whole time.
According to an etiquette expert, there is a right and wrong way to eat a banana, and it's time that everyone needs to learn.
Yeah, William Hansen, he's known as Britain's leading etiquette coach. He posted a video on Instagram explaining how a banana is supposed to be eaten properly. Take a listen.
Here's how to eat a banana. Now, we don't pick it up and peel it like a primate. Instead, we use a knife and fork. First, going from one end, cut it off, then cut off the other end, turning your knife on its side, then score down the skin, peel back, and eat like so.
I'll tell you what, this guy has too much time on his hands. People weren't able to hold in their rage. The video has gone viral, and some people say that this offends the entire world population.
Some people say that Hansen has to just be joking around. However, this is not the first time he's shown a controversial way to eat things.
Example, when it comes to grapes, he said people should not pick them off one by one and pop them in their mouths. Instead, he says the correct way to eat them is by cutting a smaller bunch using scissors and then place the grape on your plate. I have heard that one before.
Listen, this guy's funny. Because he actually is an etiquette expert.
Yeah.
That's a legit thing that he does. But he also hosts a podcast with a former BBC DJ. It's called I Sexted My Boss. And they get into some stuff that's very comical. And he talks about all of this throughout the series. Give it a listen sometime.
Okay.
I got a story that I'll tell you that definitely cannot tell you here.
Okay,
For
all right.
sure.
Probably in good etiquette. If you
Oh,
want,
yes.
you know.
And listen, it was in poor etiquette for them to read that story. I'll tell you what. All right, our final story. British doctors are proclaiming the benefits of poop.
Ashley, all right.
This is news.
UK researchers are partnering with doctors to test what they're calling crapsules.
They're pills containing freeze-dried stool from healthy donors used to uproot antibiotic.
Resistant bacteria in your guts.
In recent studies, freeze-dried fecal matter has shown promise in treating everything from advanced cancer to liver disease.
In a recent trial, 41 patients who had recently battled drug-resistant infections were split into two groups. One group received 3 sets of these poo pills over 3 days. The other was given placebos.
Those on the real treatment were found to have healthy bacteria successfully colonizing their guts. Mark McLean can't take it. He just had to exit the studio. A sign that the pills may have flushed out bad bugs. Oh, it flushed Mark McLean right out of the studio.
Experts say it's revolutionary research to fight against superbugs, which are germs that are resistant to antibiotic treatment.
Doctors say at this rate, superbugs are expected to cause up to 39 million deaths globally by 2050.
Okay.
If you had...
No. The answer is no. The answer is no. Dan, you know how often I wash my hands? You think I'm putting that
I don't know.
in my body? Not a chance.
Freeze-dried, and if it can cure...
Nope, don't care.
Nope.
Nope, put me in the ground.
Dig the
done.
grave. Hey, stick around. When we come back, a lot more to come here on Arc Rochester. We are once again seeing how Chris Lopez is bringing the lights, the camera, and the action this Thursday morning.
Don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now, 13wham.com. Oh no, I'm lying, I'm sorry. The 13wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Welcome back. The George Eastman Museum is home to many historic films, a lot of them original copies.
Yeah, it takes a lot of hard work to make sure those films are kept in good condition. This morning, Chris Lopez is seeing what it takes to preserve those historic films at the Lewis B. Mayer Conservation Center. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys? We are here in the climate-controlled vault. We are talking Judy Garland right now. This is Meet Me in St. Louis, 1944. I'm here with my tour guide, Deborah Stoiber. She's the collection manager here. What would you say, second most famous film for Judy Garland? We're going to get into her first most famous film coming up next. Here's Meet Me in St. Louis.
Definitely her second most famous.
All of this stack right here. We're going to move out of this climate-controlled vault. We're gonna go out to this way, and we gotta show you guys something very special. The Wizard of Oz. I hope you have seen it. I didn't see it until about 3 years ago, so I'm sure I'm gonna learn something brand new in this segment here. Let's talk about it.
So this is the original camera negative for The Wizard of Oz that was shot in 1939 on the soundstage at MGM Studios in California. So this is the yellow layer, the Technicolor layer, for the scene when Judy Garland opens up and sees Munchkin Land and the Yellow Brick Road for the very first time. So when you imagine that in your head, this is what captured it on the film set with Judy Garland.
Okay, so this right here, this is your, when you talk about negative, this is it right here.
This is it.
Okay. I love that. And then preservation. Are you checking on some more than others? Wizard of Oz, like you can't let this one go, right?
Can't let this one go. Right now, we are going through a lot of our Technicolor negatives to make sure everything is in very good shape. A lot of them are currently under copyright with Warner Brothers, so they're actually doing a lot of work on these to have these recreated on digital streaming services. So this is what we're working on a lot right now.
And then from worldwide renowned films to local films over here. Let's
Correct.
talk about this one. What is this one here?
So this is Sibley Watson was a local filmmaker. He lived on Prince Street here in Rochester, and he made a lot of small, independent, very interesting, very noirish and kind of interesting type of films called Lot in Sodom was one of them. And this has some of the outtakes and trims from the film. You can see they're in very good shape. This was shot around 1933, and he used his wife in a lot of these films, and they were very, very well regarded at the time. When he passed away, the films actually all came to Rochester. They all came to the George Eastman Museum, and we are currently going through and doing full restoration and preservation on all of his local films.
And then next up, what do we got over here to the left?
This is Peter Pan. This was a lost film that was found by our first curator, James Card. It's from 1924, silent version of Peter Pan. So imagine seeing Peter Pan way before the animated version, way before anything with sound, but using your imagination to get the sound of their voices, getting your imagination of what Captain Hook's, the noises of the clock, making everything. This would have captured that. So this is the only known print on nitrate of this film, and it was lost for many, many years before rediscovered in the 1960s.
And these are beautifully preserved.
Correct.
This one to the left, though, is not.
This one is not. So this is an example of why we keep cool and dry in all of our collections. So this is the film His Last Race from 1923. And this is what happens when films decay. The nitrate acids literally eat away at the film can and create a powdery dust inside. What's happening here is the film is chemically altering or changing. Something's going on that is causing it to decay. That is reel one. This is reel two. To see the difference, why one reel is decomposing over the other, could be for a variety of reasons. But this is what we're trying to avoid for films to last much longer than our lifetimes.
And then I can also, can I pick this up?
Absolutely.
You can smell this. This is stale bread mixed with stale oats, pretty much. It smells bad as well, and there's nothing, you can't bring this back. There's nothing you could do.
We can slow it down, we can try to digitize and save as much, but other than that, there's not much we can do.
Okay. And you can find out more about this, and you guys have next year, we just missed it this year, but then you guys have the Nitrate Film Festival. That normally sells out pretty quick, so I kind of want to put that out now. When is that?
That one is going to be June 5th through the 7th in 2026.
Okay, and you can find out more information on George Eastman.
Absolutely, on our website.
And as well as on foxrochester.com. I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio for now. Absolutely historical feature this morning. Back to you.
It's great to see Chris learning something.
I know.
You know, instead of just like playing
eating?
sports and eating and drinking, you know.
Yeah.
Good job out there, Chris.
I feel that same way. Hey, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we are looking ahead to a special Tea Time event that's supporting local veterans.
Yeah, we're back after this.
8:49 this morning, and we are looking ahead as the CDS Wolf Foundation gets ready to hit the green for a special golf tournament honoring local heroes.
Yeah, the 38th annual Salute to Veterans Golf Tournament is happening next month. This morning, we have the Foundation's Associate Director of Advancement Events, Katie Hall, to tell us all about it. Katie, it's always good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me.
All right, before we talk about the golf tournament, we have to give everybody a quick reminder of what CDS Wolf Foundation does. A little bit of everything, but give us an overview of the organization.
Yeah, so the CDS Wolf Foundation is an affiliate of CDS Life Transitions, which has CDS Monarch, CDS Warrior Salute, Veteran Services, and that's what the golf tournament is benefiting. So Warrior Salute Veteran Services is an affiliate, and it houses veterans at no cost to them or their family. Veterans suffering from TBI, PTSD, military sexual trauma, and we don't receive any permanent government funding. So that's why tournaments like this is very important. And the foundation itself raises money for these programs.
Yeah, these fundraisers are key to allowing you guys to keep doing that incredible work for our local veterans, which is great. So let's hit the links here and talk to us. 38 years this has been going on, or the 38th for short. How did it all begin?
So it actually all began for CDS Monarch because Warrior Salute wasn't one of our affiliates yet. We didn't have the program. And it's been at various golf courses. But over the last 10 years, we are celebrating the 15-year anniversary of Warrior Salute this year. So we're going to highlight that at the tournament. But over the last 10 years, the tournament has shaped and become a lot bigger and become solely for Warrior Salute Veteran Services. The program, as I said, doesn't receive any permanent government funding, so we really need something that will help this program and keep operations going for the entire year. The tournament is hosted at Oak Hill, so we do offer our guests and anyone that wants to join a historic course. We play on the East Course, which, as you know, hosted the PGA Championship back in 2023. And we just have a great day. It is all day. We have 2 shotgun starts, 8:30 and 1:30. It's a scramble format. And we do have a couple opening ceremonies before each tee time. And then we have a dinner at night as well with a surf and turf dinner, a little bit of entertainment, and we just really celebrate Warrior Salute.
It is an event that has a little bit of everything.
Yes.
For somebody sitting at home, why is it so important that we support our veterans, specifically those who are benefiting from the services that you offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So our veterans sacrificed everything for us and our country and to be able to live the way that we do every day. And coming home can be challenging for people. So we offer housing, as I said, at no cost to them or their family. And our goal is to take that stress off so the veterans can focus on healing and moving forward in their lives. We focus on helping them, whether they're going to school, volunteering, working, and do case management and make sure that when they leave the house, because we have a house that operates for 14 veterans, when they leave that house, they're ready to go out and have productive, fulfilling lives like we all are able to do.
Katie, it's obvious that you love this work. You love what you do. Where does that passion and drive come from?
It's solely from the individuals that we serve. If there's a bad day, I can always go downstairs. We have a day program at our office, and the individuals that we serve at CDS Monarch are there. We will do picnics and meetings sometimes at the Warrior Salute House, and just hearing everyone's stories, that gives me the drive to want to raise funds for them so they can continue to heal and move forward.
Excellent. Katie, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you
We
for having
appreciate
me.
it. I want to just quickly get to all the details for somebody who maybe wants to take part. Can they still do so?
Yes, absolutely. So you can go to cdsgolf25.givesmart.com, and we have sponsorships. We have foursomes. We have twosomes this year. So if just you and a friend want to come out to the course, we will pair you up with maybe a corporate sponsor, and you'll be able to golf that day. We have dinner tickets available, and we also have tea signs, which are really great for businesses, local businesses, just to get that name out there. There's a lot of corporate people at this tournament giving us support, and it's great advertising.
Absolutely. And we'll post all of the information that you need to know if you want to head out there and yell for. We'll post it on foxrochester.com.
Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this.
Get to this morning on ARC Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour. Stephanie Joseph will be breaking down some of our top political stories.
She joins us now with a preview of what we can expect. Hey there, Steph.
Hey there, guys. In today's Political Pulse, new developments in the case against a Columbia University graduate detained by ICE. What the latest ruling from a federal judge could mean for his release. Plus, what President Trump says is behind a decision to remove staffers in Iraq. And the new additions to a CDC advisory panel for vaccines after a complete overhaul this week. That's all coming up at our 9 o'clock hour. ARC Rochester returns after this.
morning. It's a Friday Eve. It's June 12th. It's 9 o'clock, and this is ARC Rochester. Thanks for being here. I'm Abby Friedman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. That is meteorologist Mark McLean. We'll check in with him for an updated look at the forecast and the answer to weather trivia in just a moment. First, let's get a check of today's headlines. Stephanie Joseph with your ARC Rochester news break.
Here are some of the top local stories that we're following this Thursday. Increased security is now in place at Ontario Beach Park following recent outbreaks of violence. Dozens of uniformed officers will patrol the area during concerts by the shore. The heightened police presence is one of several new measures aimed at improving safety. Earlier this week, county legislators approved a $200,000 security upgrade for the park. Vendors and concert goers glad for that extra safety. As part of the security boost, stop arm gates and security cameras will be installed in the parking lot. And as of this morning, there were no reports of any overnight issues. Two motorcyclists are recovering after a hit and run in the city's Edgerton neighborhood. It happened just after 11 last night at the intersection of Lake Avenue and Emerson Street. Investigators say two motorcyclists were riding on Lake when they were hit by a driver who didn't stop at a stop sign. Police say two people inside the car took off on foot. The motorcyclists were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. No suspects are in custody. A carjacking at gunpoint led to a police chase through Rochester. Police say the car was stolen early Wednesday and spotted just after 4 p.m. Officers tried to stop the vehicle, but the driver took off, leading them on a pursuit that ended near Joseph Avenue and Wild Street. During the chase, the suspects crashed into two other cars, sending two people to the hospital. 3 suspects were taken into custody. Charges are expected. A Leroy man is dead after a truck crash in Genesee County. Deputies say 62-year-old Joseph Merica was driving a manure truck on Arnold Road in Elba when it rolled into a ditch and trapped him inside. Merica died at the scene. Crews were also called to clean up a diesel spill caused by the crash. In international news, a city police commissioner in India reports there appeared to be no survivors from the crash of an Air India flight. The plane with more than 240 people on board crashed in India this morning after takeoff. Video shows smoke billowing from the crash site in an area near the airport in Ahmedabad. Passengers are reportedly from India, Great Britain, Portugal, and Canada. The Aviation Safety Network says this is the first crash of a Boeing 787 aircraft. Turning now to national news, demonstrators enter day 7 of nationwide protests pushing back against President Trump's immigration policies. The most watched site is Los Angeles, where thousands of National Guard troops and hundreds of U.S. Marines have been deployed. Today, a federal judge is set to hear California's request for an emergency order to block the Trump administration from using the state's National Guard. Governor Kathy Hochul is in Washington today, testifying before the House Oversight Committee on New York sanctuary state policies. In an advance copy of her testimony, the governor is expected to spell out her support for comprehensive immigration reform while also continuing her advocacy for work authorization, saying, quote, "Let immigrants chase the American dream." For all these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit 13wham.com. Back to you guys.
All right, Steph, thank you. We'll get to the forecast now and the answer to today's weather trivia. Mark is back.
Yeah, talking about warmth last year in Rochester, it was a warm year. Of course, our records only go back to the early 1870s, okay? I mean, go back 10,000 years, who knows what actually happened around here. We don't have records for that, but at least in the records that we do have, last year, the warmest that we had measured at the airport. So with that record warmth, how warm was it actually last year? Was it 52.6? 38.9 degrees for the average annual temperature, 60.1 or 48.2. Lauren, Pamela, Diane all say D. Mary Jane and Deborah say A. Julie says C for the answer for today's trivia. Any more respondents?
I'm going 52.6.
52.6,
And
the Dan says.
Here's why.
Yeah.
Because you said upper 20s, so I went with
Yep.
28, and then you said low 70s,
Yeah.
and I said 72.
Yeah.
And then just averaged.
Try to give you some context, otherwise it's just numbers, right?
Yeah.
Right? What do you say?
Yeah, I was going to go with 52.6 also.
You got it.
Yes.
52.6. Now, the interesting part was that was almost 1 degree warmer than the previous record warmest year on record in Rochester. So that's a pretty big deviation. And a lot of that has to do with, we had 5 straight kind of wimpy winters. We just didn't have a lot of snow, a lot of cold. Last winter was kind of, we'll see, this year may be closer to normal. May was really chilly. I mean, May was almost 3 degrees colder than normal here, so that's going to have an impact. And we did have a decent January and February for the winter lovers, so we'll have to see about that. In comparison, the average annual temperature of planet Earth is 59.
Wow.
So that's how much
like
cooler that's how much cooler we are, even though our latitude is 43 degrees north of the equator. So technically, we're closer to the equator than we are the North Pole. You'd figure that we would skew towards the average rather than being so far below that average of 59. But that's the deal. We just live it. So does Ellie.
Oh my God.
Is this not the best picture ever for Muddy Paw?
Ellie, what were we doing, girlfriend?
No, listen, she was living her best life is what she was doing.
That right there is a total loss.
Yes.
Insurance.
Yep.
Bath time.
Bath? What?
Not
You're
once,
going to have to
not
clean
twice,
your bath.
but 3 times.
Yeah.
You're going to clean the dog.
You have to clean the dog outdoors before you can bring the dog
hose.
indoors to
This
clean
is
the
hose,
dog.
right?
100%.
And then you're going to clean the bath after the dog. 'cause
And
you
then clean yourself.
Yeah, in the floors.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because
That's
you're carrying the dog in the house.
that's a
If the
3.5 hour issue right there.
That is bad.
Yep.
That's awesome.
But she's not bad. She's amazing.
No, we love this.
Send us your photos like this. We love to see this kind of thing. To 13wham.com/chime in. The QR code is on your screen. And let's see if somebody out there can top that one. I would think that's got to be.
That's the most impressive so far.
We had one that was pretty muddy before. I can remember it was about 3-4 weeks ago. But this one is just, you don't even know what color the dog is.
No. No.
Friday is mainly dry. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, just some isolated showers. And I think the owner of Ellie is hoping for those showers. The dog's looking like that. But a little bit of a haze out there. 65. Officially, it's mostly cloudy. Northwest at 14, so a little bit of a breeze out there as well. And this is something we're going to have to watch here for the short term. Over the next hour or two, there are some very, very widely scattered showers coming in ahead of a weak cold front. Could we see a couple of sprinkles or a brief shower? Sure. Is it going to stick around all day? No, it's going to slide to our south by this afternoon, and the sky's going to open back up for us. So we're going to get some sunshine going again towards the afternoon. Now, the next chance is actually going to come in for the weekend. There's a storm system to our southwest, and this one's a real tricky scenario for us to forecast. This low back towards Indiana and Ohio just kind of gets hung up along this front, and it just depends on how far that front sags south as to our rain chances for the weekend. Right now, we think that the rain chance is pretty minimal over a lot of these upcoming days, but you can see Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, a 30% chance of a shower. So don't get the idea that any one of these days is going to be a washout, but there is that general risk in the forecast. Temps in the low to mid 70s. Again, that small chance of a brief sprinkle this morning will drop back to the low 50s later tonight heading into Friday. And the 7-day forecast heading into the weekend with that brief shower chance on Saturday. Also Sunday for Dad on Father's Day, low 70s. Next week, you see those temperatures back in the 80s.
We like that rebound.
Yeah.
It's going to be, we're just going to have to deal with it. We'll get through the little bit of a,
it's very
damper.
small. We have to put it in the forecast, but I don't want to over stress it in the forecast. It's one of these deals that, it's if you have something planned outside, it's not going to wash out your round of golf. It's not going to wash out what you have going. But, for a 15, 20-minute period, any one of those days could have a shower around.
I mean, he's living up to his doom and gloom title.
No, I think he's okay today.
It's all right.
It's
all right.
like, it's the reality.
That's true.
Think about it. In Florida, it rains like every single day. It's still beautiful Florida weather, but it's, you're going
I spent 2 summers in Tampa, and every day you could set your watch to 1:30, and the sky would open up. It would pour. It would thunder. Once a week, the power went out, and 30 minutes later, the sun is back out. You look at the pavement, it's like it didn't even rain.
Yeah.
It's such a weird deal down there.
Yeah. Well, this ain't Tampa, my friend.
No, it feels like it for a few weeks out of the year.
I know.
But
the best weeks of summer.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, McLean.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester. When we come back, a reminder on what you need to know before you hit the water this summer.
And don't forget, you can watch us on the go wherever you are, even on a boat. We're streaming live right now on the 13WHAM YouTube channel and FoxRochester.com. We both screwed up the website.
Fox Rochester.
FoxRochester.com. We're back after this. 15 this morning. Summer now just 7 days away, which means the warm temperatures are here and it's time to start setting sail and spending time on the water.
Yeah, but before the fun, we have to think of ways to stay safe while out on the waves. Joining us this morning with some boating safety tips is Monroe County Sheriff's Deputy Daniel Luffman. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We all love the summer. We all love going out on the water, but safety should be top of mind for everybody, the young, the old, and everybody in between. So let's start right off with some of the basic stuff people need to know about.
Okay, so first of all, I got a few things I'm going to bring up. Beginning this year, everybody operating a boat in New York State is required to have completed a boater safety course. It's a great course. It can be taken in person or online. And there's a website that you can find a course that works best for you. The website is parks, it's parks.ny.gov. If you go on that website, besides being able to sign up for a safety course, there's a lot of excellent tips about how to operate a boat and rules of the water and things like that. So again, everybody has to take that course this year, and they have to have their certificate with them when they're operating a boat. In New York, you have to be at least 10 years old to operate a boat. If you're under 18, you also have to have a certified operator with you, supervising you, similar to a car, like a driver's permit. You have to be 14 years old to operate a personal watercraft. Getting past that, life jackets, personal flotation devices, but everyone knows them as like a life jacket, life vest. On a boat, everybody has to have one. You don't necessarily have to wear it in all circumstances. But for example, if you have 5 people on the boat, including the operator, there has to be 5 life jackets on the boat. Okay. A couple of points about the life jackets. They have to be an approved design by the United States Coast Guard, and they each have to be readily accessible. So it's important that if you have passengers on your boat, everybody knows where the life vests are, because they, may be a guest for just one day and they don't know where they are, and they have to be properly fitting. If your life vest is too small and you happen to go in the water, it can come off easily. Similarly, if it's too big for you, you can slip out of it if you happen to fall into the water. Okay, so that's important. Children under 12 have to wear one at all times. And if you're operating a jet ski, you also have to wear it at all times.
For someone sitting at home right now who's thinking to themselves, I have been boating for so long, I don't need the safety course. I'm not going to get pulled over on the water. What are the repercussions if you're out there and you have not completed this safety course?
So obviously law enforcement's on the water, sheriff's department's on the water, the Coast Guard. You may see the state police, the park police, NCON. You can get obviously a ticket. We just had that yesterday. We issued a ticket, and we are encountering boaters that haven't had the safety course. And the gentleman yesterday, in fact, the exact circumstance was adamant that I've been doing this my whole life. I don't have to have it. And he may be a very experienced boater in that situation, but there's a lot of inexperienced boaters out there, so we kind of have to make it uniform for everybody, so we know that everybody's kind of up to speed on the do's and don'ts out there.
One thing that often goes hand in hand with boating is alcohol, right? That's kind of a common fact. What if somebody is out on the water and they see some reckless behavior, maybe erratic driving, erratic boating? What should they do?
So most people have some means of communication. Everybody has their cell phones out there. If you're out in the water and you see something that you feel is unsafe, is unsafe, or you're just not sure, it doesn't look right to you, call 911. Sheriff's Office has patrols on the water around Lake Ontario, the Genesee River, on Quoit Bay, 7 days a week throughout the boating season. And also the Coast Guard Coast Guard station is manned 24/7. So you will get some type of law enforcement boat to come out there and check it out.
Any rules and regulations when it comes to swimming in any of the bodies of water that people frequently boat in?
So most of the bodies of water around here you are allowed to swim in, including the canal. Some people think it's dirty, or why would you swim in the canal? But you are allowed to swim in the canal. Where you're going to run into some prohibitions are specific areas of the water. Some of the channels you're not allowed to swim in just because there's increased boat traffic there. Jumping off canal bridges and things like that isn't allowed. But for the most part, you can pretty much swim anywhere.
That's good.
As long as you do it safely.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is there anything else that we haven't asked that you think people need to know?
I would like to touch on alcohol.
Yeah.
Briefly. I don't know how much time we have left. People like to bring the alcohol into the boat, and that's fine. But it is a leading cause, contributing factor when we do encounter boat fatalities, and it's a very significant factor in on-water incidents that occur. It does impair people's judgment, their vision, their coordination, their reaction time, and along with that, the sun, noise, the motion of the boat being on the water will just intensify the effects of the alcohol. So people just need to be very aware of their intoxication if you're going to bring it out there.
Absolutely. Safety first.
Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate
Thank
it. We want everybody to be safe out on the water. So, of course, this information will go over on foxrochester.com. And we also have information on how to get that safety class done as well.
Absolutely. 9:19 this morning. Stick around. When Arc Rochester returns, Stephanie Joseph will join us breaking down some of our top political headlines.
Political Pulse is coming up next.
It's time for a political pulse check here on Arc Rochester. A court hearing is set for today over President Trump deploying the National Guard and Marines to L.A. All of this happening against the wishes of California Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass. Governor Gavin Newsom filed an emergency motion for the court's help as he believes their deployments are unnecessary. Protests against President Trump's immigration policy continued for a sixth day last night. It was also the second night of a curfew in downtown as authorities try to restore order. Trump doubled the number of National Guardsmen deployed to 4,000, and 700 Marines were also called on.
The mission in Los Angeles, as you know well, sir, is not about lethality. It's about maintaining law and order on behalf of law enforcement agents who deserve to do their job without being attacked by mobs of people. Part of it is getting ahead of a problem so that if in other places, if there are other riots in places where law enforcement officers are threatened, we would have the capability to surge National Guard there if necessary.
Turning now to a federal judge blocking the continued detention of Palestinian activist and Columbia University graduate Mahmoud Khalil by the Trump administration. Khalil is one of the first few students detained for their connection to pro-Palestinian activism, a leading voice and liaison in Columbia's protests. But the Trump administration believes he is a national security threat due to that. Yesterday, a federal judge granted his habeas corpus petition. Khalil, a green card holder, wants to stop federal officials from removing him based on the secretary's assessment. The new father has yet to hold his newborn son and missed graduation. In a statement, his wife said in part, quote, "True justice would mean Mahmoud was never taken away from us in the first place, that no Palestinian father from New York to Gaza would have to endure the painful separation of prison walls like Mahmoud has." The government has until tomorrow morning at 9:30 to appeal. The U.S. is ordering the removal of non-essential personnel from its embassy in Baghdad. Personnel and family residing in Bahrain and Kuwait are also being authorized to leave, but an Iraqi official says it's unaware of any threats that would warrant the withdrawal in Iraq. President Trump says the reason has to do with safety. Now, tensions have risen in the region as talks appear to stall over Iran's nuclear program.
Well, they are being moved out because it could be a dangerous place, and we'll see what happens. But we've given notice to move out, and we'll see what happens.
And finally this morning, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. naming 8 people to a CDC vaccine advisory panel. The 17-member committee was ousted earlier this week. The panel helps determine the nation's vaccine policy. Several of these picks are known critics of the government's COVID-19 response. Among the new names, a Dartmouth professor, emergency medicine physician, and an epidemiologist. They are expected to meet this month to review recommendations on COVID-19 and HPV vaccines. Meantime, former members who were fired are speaking out, saying they were blindsided.
It was deeply surprising. No one really saw this coming. I have a concern that we need to have really outstanding people on that committee. The 17 people who were just removed are some of the best scientists in the world. It's an extraordinary amount of expertise, and replacing that on the drop of a hat is going to be hard to do.
And be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We're back after this.
Thanks for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. Mark and Stephanie joined us now because it's time for this week's From the Ground Up.
Yeah, this morning, resident garden guy Mark McLean will be walking us through Outtakes season, specifically strawberry.
Put those back.
Right. Made out like a bandit.
We'll get to those in a minute. They were very gracious to have us at Growmore Farm. So we stopped down yesterday. Yesterday was the first day of Outtakes season. There was a lot of folks out there. I was shocked. There's a 12-acre 12-acre plot where they have the U-pick going, and we stopped and talked to George Moore about the strawberries, how this cool and wet weather that we've been having lately is impacting the berries. And check it out. It's all right here in this little interview. Hey everyone, I'm Mark McLean, and in From the Ground Up this week, we are talking about the strawberry season. The U-pick strawberry season especially just opened up yesterday. We're at Growmore Farms, and I've got George Moore here to talk to about the strawberry season. What have we seen this season? How has the weather impacted the season so far for all the berries that you have out in the field?
Well, believe it or not, the strawberries actually weathered the storm, so to speak.
Okay, so is the U-pick season a little bit early, or is it a little bit later than you normally see?
We're definitely late.
Okay.
And that's because the cool temperatures, for sure.
Yeah, slowed everything down.
Yeah, last year we started on the 4th. So this year it's the 12th. So we're about a week late.
Okay, has it impacted the fruit in any way? The size of the fruit, anything that you can say there?
I think we have a bigger crop this year. They never were stressed from lack of water, for one thing. And berries like cool weather. They're okay with cool weather. They're not in a hurry.
Yeah.
We would prefer they'd get here sooner. But yeah, they've put on a nice crop.
Okay, how about we head over to that field there and check out some of these berries, and you can give us some tips about when you come out to pick them. Yeah, it looks like you have a huge spot for everybody to come in for these U-pick strawberries. How big is this plot?
Well, we have about 7 different varieties, and they're on 12 acres.
Okay.
So we'll have a good supply right throughout the season.
And I see straw down. Straw does 2 things, right?
It helps keep the moisture in. It helps keep the berries clean, and it also makes it nice for the customers so that they're stepping on something soft or kneeling.
Well, we're standing out in the strawberry field now. George is here with me, and we're talking about the cost of picking here. What's the benefit for the consumer? You know, grocery prices are so high right now for everything. How are they going to do when they come here and pick their own?
If they come to pick their own, they can probably cut their cost in half. They can pick them themselves for about half what it would cost on the stand.
Oh, that's excellent. And you know, with these berries right below us, if we come down here and start to take a look at some of these berries, when they come out here to pick a berry, what's your idea of a perfect berry? What should that consumer look for when they get here to Growmore Farms?
Well, you're looking for a nice, healthy-looking berry with a green top. You know, so we like to have some size to it, but the smaller ones taste good too. That's not an issue.
Okay, and the right color, is that about that red color right there?
Yeah, that one's good. The varieties will vary in their color, so I can't necessarily tell you one color and it would do for all varieties, but you basically want the entire berry to be red. You don't want a white tip on it like that.
Like that right there, yeah.
Because New York berries are not bred to be picked green, they're bred to be picked ripe.
Okay.
And you will maximize your flavor if they're ripe.
Okay, so if you get a berry like that one that you just showed me, how far away is that from harvest with that white tip?
Well, that'll depend on on the weather, but that berry there will probably be ready, in average normal weather that we have 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, so it won't be long. You know, we've got containers here that you had back at the store at the stand. Can someone bring their own container if they want to come down here?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they can bring their own, or they can purchase them from us at our cost.
Okay, and for storage, obviously these ones are ready to go. We could eat them right now. Can they be frozen? Can we store these away?
Oh, they are excellent. We have a number of varieties that are excellent for freezing. They are a real treat in the wintertime when you yank them out of the freezer. But one thing people should know, when they pick, they either want to use them right away or refrigerate them. Okay. New York berries don't keep well unrefrigerated because they're not bred that way.
Okay, and George, can you tell me what's your favorite part about seeing a family come down here to your farm and pick the strawberries? What do you love to see from that family?
Well, I love to see little kids with big old red around here. I mean, that's another benefit of picking your own. You can sample a few.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is the whole togetherness of it all.
Yeah.
There's nothing more important than family. and this is a great family activity.
This is a quality family experience. Well, George, we so appreciate you letting us come down to the farm today. I think what we need to do now is sample some of these beautiful berries on the air. Would you? Would you?
Yeah.
Would you like to sample?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Would you like to sample?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan?
Yes, I would.
Dan may have already sampled.
I might have. I might have.
They were nice enough to give us a sample for on air. You got to be careful because some of those, when you bite into them, Kim got it all over her shirt.
Yeah, I already did.
Oh no! Oh no!
I've got
napkins. I've got napkins.
It's in the center.
Oh
Thank
boy,
you.
it's just they're just filled. They're just
plate?
filled. Yeah, put them on a plate. You need a plate?
Plate,
There you
please.
go. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, that's the. Oh, there goes
Oh,
one.
no,
That's all right.
it's
3-second rule right there. The whole thing, leaves and
There was
all.
an alpaca in here yesterday.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Whatever.
Well, they clean the floors every night, so we're fine.
Yeah, they definitely
They
do.
haven't cleaned the floors in here since 1987.
Not 87.
That's not true.
But
We had the goat that
check out those strawberries right there. So they had 12 acres and 7. Before I interviewed George, I had no idea that there was 7 different varieties of strawberries.
No. Well, one of them looked like a tomato.
It was huge. It was like the entire size of the palm of her hand, right, when she was holding it up. So there's a couple of more varieties that are coming in, and there's a noticeable size difference from some of the berries that we have here to what they're bringing in the next couple of crops. Like you said, it was almost the size of a tomato. It's pretty wild. You need another sample.
Yeah, I do.
There you go.
I should just grab.
Yeah.
There you go.
I need
Grab
to
a
take
plate. Yeah,
That's
plate them
what I
up.
need to
Plate
do.
them up. We should get some shortcake going,
I know.
right? Or something.
good
We're
recipe.
losing them. We're losing them.
Yeah.
Eat 'em.
Knives and forks.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they're delicious.
I've never been strawberry picking before.
Oh, really?
Only apple. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one landed in alpaca food.
Oh no. So I figure we'll probably head out for raspberries, blueberries. We'll check in on the crops as they're coming in. Apple season, like you said, and later this season.
I want to go on Raspberry Day.
Raspberry Day.
Is that your favorite?
You coming with me?
I love a strawberry, but raspberries. Oh, something about a raspberry.
Yeah, and late this season, of course, we'll check in on the grapes and make sure they're fermenting properly somewhere down in the Finger Lakes. Would you like to go on that one?
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
something tells me Abby goes there checks on those grapes pretty regularly.
We'll just have to make sure
Neither
that
confirm nor deny.
things are okay, right?
Quality.
But he said that the weather had an impact, right? He said that last year they started on June 4th. This year we're starting up on June 12th. So it's an 8-day difference. Part of that reason is the month of May was 3 degrees cooler than normal. The month of May was also wetter than normal, about 5 inches of rain. But one thing the strawberries really don't like is heat. Okay,
No.
they actually slow. If the air temperature gets above 80 degrees for an extended period of time, they'll actually slow the berries down considerably. And even the ever-blooming ones that you can buy at some garden centers will start to flower less, will start to have less fruit production as the temperature gets well above that range.
It's like a Goldilocks fruit.
It is, yeah. And it's great because when you have them like this, you get all the vitamin C. But if you cut them at home, you have to be quick about this. When you cut a strawberry, the vitamin C goes quick. Okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it drops very quickly. So if you cut them and you're trying to get that health benefit, you maximize it by eating it quickly.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Growing up, I went to one of the Outtakes. And I'm glad he pointed out that, you can sample along the way.
It's quality
Because
control.
I don't think I left with any strawberries.
Wow.
Just ate them all?
I just ate them all.
Well, keep
Now
going.
that's
Keep
stealing.
going.
There's a difference there.
Well, no,
Another one?
I
ahead.
think when we
Sample.
left,
Sample, go,
my
yeah.
aunt said that I ate
you.
probably a quart worth while I was out there.
Yeah. We went to a U-Pick. I mentioned that I was down in Florida for
I
a
gotta
couple
try
of
that
summers.
one right there.
We were down there for a winter break, I remember visiting, and U-Pick oranges. That was pretty wild. And they give you this, I don't know what it was, like a corkscrew kind of thing. And you can actually put it into this, take a little bit of the side of the orange, put it in the orange, and you can suck the juice right out of it on the tree. It was wild.
Now, one thing I have noticed here, McLean, is you have not eaten one of these strawberries.
I had one. I also sampled before. They were sitting on the weather
you?
set over there. So
Okay.
yeah, I had.
How many have you had? How many did you eat out there yesterday?
How many quarts?
We had a few. That one that was actually in the interview, that one ended up in my stomach. Yeah.
The one that looked like a tomato, did that person eat that strawberry for you? Like, did you say, okay, you got to bite that. I need to see what it's like.
Brian was out shooting it, and I was talking to George, so he actually kind of walked off and started interviewing. So the folks were a little bit of a distance away, but I didn't get to see that until the footage came back, so to speak.
Brian probably asked, he needs it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Got to sample it. This is fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Really great.
We're having fun. We're having fun with the garden stuff. Hopefully a big announcement next week. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Yep.
You don't want to miss that. Stick around. A lot more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we are getting on track and chugging down to the Rochester Genesee Valley Railroad Museum.
Yeah, don't forget, we're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this. Welcome back, all aboard for a sweet summer adventure. The Rochester and Genesee Valley Railroad Museum is putting on a delicious spin for some family-friendly fun.
Yeah, and it sounds like a lot of fun. They're serving up a special Donut Day train ride. For more, we're joined by Otto Von Drack, the marketing manager at the museum. Otto, thank you for coming in. We appreciate this.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
So where did the Donut Day train rides idea come from?
Well, so, we're swinging into summer, and we're just looking for fun ways to bring people down to the Railroad Museum, and what better way than to enjoy a train ride and have a sweet treat.
Yeah, very true. All right, so tell us all the logistics for it.
We are excited to welcome people to come down, take a train ride with us, ride our vintage diesel trains, tour the museum, and at the end, everyone gets a complimentary donut.
We like that. For somebody who's not been to the museum yet, describe it for us. Tell us what's involved, because it's not just show up, take the train, and then you're done.
Right.
There's a lot more to it.
I think what we enjoy is that we give a little bit of community connection. I think people don't really have that connection to railroads and trains that they once had, and they did so much to build up our community and the city around us. So what's great, you come down, you take a ride. The ride brings you to both ends of our museum. You tour the exhibits. You can go inside our trains. You see our restoration shop where we repair the trains and restore them for the future. And in the middle of all that, you get a sweet treat and complimentary donut.
Are the donuts from somewhere local, or is that to be determined?
We're really happy to partner with our local Dunkin' Donuts franchise. They've been really great to us, so we're happy they were able to provide us some donuts for this event.
Nice. What time of day does this start?
We're going to be running from 10 a.m. The trains depart every half hour until 2 p.m.
Okay, very nice. I feel like that's kind of like a nice morning.
Yeah, nice way
Especially
to spend.
with donuts. Bring a cup of coffee.
That's right. Yeah, it's a fun day out with friends and
Dunk on the
family.
way.
Come see our collection. We have the largest collection of historic trains in New York State.
That is really impressive. How do I put this? How do you convince people to start this passion, right? They might come, they might see the trains and think like, okay, this is really neat. But how do you continue roping them in? All right, so check this out, take a look at this, and there's more to it than just looking at the train.
And I think that's a lot of what we do at the museum. We show people it's like, hey, trains are more than just stopping you at the crossing on the way to work. They help bring the food to your table, the car that you drive, the furniture in your house. Railroads do so much and you don't even know it. And on top of that, I think there's also people who enjoy the modeling aspect. They enjoy toy trains and model trains. Or it's just, just the fun idea of taking a train ride. So many people come to our museum and we're their first train ride ever, which I'm really honored that we can do that for people. And it's a short train ride. It's, you're not there all day. It's just long enough. You can ride the train back and forth many times as you like. We have really interesting exhibits at both ends of the ride. So we just invite people to come on out and enjoy a day with us.
What I think is neat about this is for people who are really into trains, people who have their own setups. I had a neighbor who had a big setup in his basement. They can go there and they can talk to experts, people who do this day in and day out, and ask as many questions as they want and pick their brains, because it is fascinating.
And our people love to talk about trains. So yeah, you can
I don't doubt it for 1 second. How did you get started?
I grew up outside New York, and my dad had his workshop in the city, so we rode the train a lot from where we lived down to the city. So I think it was one of those frequent train rides. One year he gave me a train set for my birthday, and it just kind of snowballed from there. It was just that fun of getting the train set, riding the trains every day with my dad, and it was like, hey, how can I make this more real? How can I learn more about this? And that kind of led me on to a career in railroading and writing and photography, and it's just been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. All right, so one last time for somebody interested in coming on down to take part in this. When, where, how do they get tickets?
So visit our website, RochesterTrainRides.com. You can see all of our events for the summer. We're also doing ice cream trains later this month, and we're also doing a Rochester Subway Day, and on July 5th, we're doing special event Trains and Trolleys at Twilight. So if you visit RochesterTrainRides.com, you can see our full calendar, and you can also reserve your tickets right there.
Sounds good. You'll need a crane to get me out of one of those trains after ice cream day, too.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Otto. We
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
it. We'll post all of the information you need to know on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
When we come back, we are learning more about an upcoming event that honors two very special celebrations.
Our Rochester is back after this. 6:49 this Thursday morning. We are looking ahead now to an upcoming celebration honoring Juneteenth in a very special way.
Legacy Wine Bar is teaming up with musical group Vibrant Strings for a night of drinks, music, and a very special anniversary celebration.
The owner of Legacy Wine Bar, Ebony Smart, is here, and DJ Sight, who's performing at the upcoming event. Thank you both so much for waking up bright and early. We appreciate it.
No problem. Very welcome. Thanks
So,
for having us.
how did this idea come to be?
Well, Legacy Wine Bar is celebrating their 1-year anniversary. You know, we were connected through mutual friends, and come to find out, Ebony's husband, me and her husband are cousins. So it's only right that we work with each other. So we've been working with each other for the last 6 months. You know, I'm the morning show host on WDKX, and it just made sense to just collab with each other. And yeah, we're celebrating 1 year for their business on June 19th.
Yeah. 1 year of business and Juneteenth. I imagine you'll be getting a pretty big crowd out there to mark both occasions, right?
Yes, so we're celebrating just community being moving forward in progress and inclusivity with everyone. So, yeah.
Business ownership and the wine industry is big around here. Talk to us about the past year. What has that been like from, you know, getting those doors opened on day one through today, and how much it's evolved?
It's been a learning process. Just being new to the wine bar, you know, scene, and introducing ourselves as Legacy Wine Bar, and trying to show how different we are as far as like bringing culture to the community, and more performing arts. So we don't just have the jazz bands. We have live paintings. We have all different types of live performances, like poetry nights. So we're just trying to get our footing out there and let everyone know that we're here.
It seems like because you are trying different things, you would get a really wide array of people coming and stopping by.
Yes.
What do you think is the one thing that Legacy Wine Bar has that sets it apart from everybody else?
The one thing that sets us apart is not only do we have the live performances, we have an art gallery inside of the bar, and actually the painter of the art that we have up now, he'll be at the first annual actually like painting, so you'll see him painting a portrait, so it'll be an art show as well. So
that's really cool. All right, talk to us about some of the performances we can expect to see, because you're going to be up there.
Yes. Okay, so Thursday night is the actual anniversary date for Legacy Wine Bar's 1-year anniversary, and they'll be bringing in Vibrant Strings. They're from Buffalo, New York. It's a trio. It's 2 brothers and a sister. They're siblings. So they'll be performing live. They're doing all your favorite live music songs with the violins. Friday night is Andy Grider. They have a live jazz band, so that's Friday night. And then Saturday night, we'll be doing an R&B night where we're playing R&B music, and we'll have live performance from a local artist.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's excellent. For somebody who is interested in going, give us the information. Do you guys have a website or social media or anything like that where they can go and check it all out?
So you can go to our website, www.legacywinebar.com. You could purchase tickets on the website for $20. And you can go to our social media on Instagram, Facebook, check out all of our events that we have coming up. And we are at 51 State Street, Rochester, New York, Legacy Wine Bar.
And it's a nice chill vibe in there. Like it's you get in there and you feel like you're at home. So
absolutely. And listen, that's what people want. They want comfort and they want to have a good time.
Yeah.
So as long as you tick those boxes, I think you'll be around for a while.
And that's what we have. It's when I have, you know, events like this and I see everyone there having a good time, that's rewarding for me. So I enjoy it.
Good.
Well, again, congratulations on 1 year. Maybe we'll see you back here again next year, hopefully to celebrate 2 years. And we'll post all the event information for you on foxrochester.com.
9:54. Stick around when Arc Rochester returns. Our final thoughts this Thursday.
We're back after this.
All right, hold on. I'm checking my emails here.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Why don't you eat a few more strawberries, Dan?
Wow.
We really
we
put
put
it
a
down.
dent in
Look
there.
at this.
It's about
We
half.
put a dent
This is
in
4
there.
quarts. 4 quarts.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Now it's liquid strawberry
It
juice in your
went-
stomach.
It went to good use.
Yeah, it
you
sure
know?
did. I love
Why
how
are
you
you
eat the
eat-
leaves.
why are you-
That's
I
amazing.
can't believe it. I can't.
Look
Why
at him.
not?
I've
Look at
never
him.
seen it before.
What?
Never.
Like a Vegisaurus.
Okay, let me ask. For something like kiwi, do you peel your kiwi or do you just eat the skin?
I scoop it out with a spoon.
I don't eat kiwi.
Really? I love kiwi.
Yeah,
Do you
it's good.
skin your apple?
No.
No, you're right.
Have you never eaten the core of an apple?
Right?
No.
Not great for you.
The seeds.
Why not?
Isn't it like
Seeds.
the seeds are not? There's something in the seeds, right? That
I'm not allowed
You're not-
to eat them.
Look,
I mean, I get, not wanting to waste the strawberry.
He's still
I try
going.
to be as thin as possible with it, but
I eat it and I'm perfectly normal.
the laugh for me.
Listen to the laugh after that.
I know.
After that statement.
That does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57. Where are we then?
13 Wham ABC. Steph and Mark will be there later today for 13 Wham News at midday.
Bye.
See you then.